Hi everybody, my name is Ingrid. I'm from Elmwood Community Resource Center. I work in Richard program and I am the Culture Empowerment Coordinator. Today we're going to discuss about a video of Lupita Nyong'o on how she made her career from her young age and how she confronted her fears. This video will help us how we can confront our fears in our daily life and what are some benefits of overcoming all kind of challenges.
Dreams arise from our imaginations. They belong to us. We owe it to ourselves to try and realize them. When I watched The Color Purple and saw Oprah and Whoopi Goldberg, a seed was planted in my heart to be an actor. But I dared not water it in public. You see, being an actor wasn't an honorable thing to do, especially not for a politician's daughter. It was something that a child did and grown-up children did, but not anyone else. I pursued acting opportunities on the side, and as long as it was extracurricular and not my focus, it felt safe and acceptable. Mind you, my parents never put any pressure on me to be one thing or another, but it was the expectations from the larger society that kept me ashamed of the real desire of my heart. And so I got down to the most important work, figuring out what steps would get me to being an actor, the actor I wanted so badly to be. I had an action plan, something to work towards, getting into the Yale School of Drama for acting training. To go after my goal to attend the Yale School of Drama meant that I would have to confront my fear of failure, of not being good enough. As I boarded the plane to the US, there were naysayers in my head telling me I was crazy, that I shouldn't even bother. Over 900 people audition for 15 spots each year. And yet there was a part of me that knew I could do it, even when the part of me that said it was impossible was louder. Our dreams arise from our imaginations. They belong to us. We owe it to ourselves to try and realize them. To encourage myself, I wrote in my diary on the 23rd of August, 2008, I have this dream and desire to be an actor, and it dwarfs me. But it is my dream, goddammit. I made it up. How can what I dream up defeat me? 4. Do not underestimate the power of writing your dreams and goals down. Right before I got cast in 12 Years a Slave, I wrote in my diary what kind of work I wanted to do. I envisioned, this was on May 4th, 2012, that I wanted to make meaningful films that affect change in people's understanding of and commitment to the world we live in. I also wrote that I wanted to visit New Orleans for a week. On May 13th, I booked 12 Years a Slave, and on June 6th, I would be in Louisiana working on the film for 5 weeks. Reach out to your stretcher bearers. My teacher, in her message, encouraged us to make sure we too had those stretcher bearers in our lives, at least 4 people who would carry us to healing and safety when we can't do it for ourselves. The people who will remind you that you are not alone when your emotions get the best of you. Acting is not like math, where there is only one correct answer to the problem, and once you've figured out the formula, you're all set. In acting, like in life, sometimes coming up with the wrong answer to the problem is the best way to figure out the formula for yourself. In acting school, you are expected to fail, and fail publicly a lot. It is the constant exposure to failure that frees you from the strongholds of the ego and allows you to embrace vulnerability. And it is in embracing vulnerability that you can surprise yourself in performance and share something really special about human nature. Without the possibility of being bad, you will never be extraordinary. And so, I resolved to operate from a sense of self that was louder than my critic and faster than my worry. It is only in that space that you can truly be free and innovate.
So, we're gonna have some question about this video, and I would like you to get some answers from you. So you're gonna take a picture of your answer and send it to me by WhatsApp or Snapchat. The first question is, how are you going to ignore your enemies? How are you going to ignore your enemies? And the second question is, writing down your goals and dreams can help to make some changes in your life. If yes, why? If no, why? The third one is, the way Lupita worked hard to reach her dream was amazing at her young age. So what are your resolutions from now? What are you going to do from now? If you could make one change in your community, what would it be? As an example of Lupita Nyong'o, who started her teenage orphan. So what kind of change could you make in your community? That's the fourth one. The fifth one is, what are your dreams? What are you dreaming of? What do you expect to reach in your future life? Please write down those answers and take a picture and send it to me on WhatsApp, on Snapchat, and then we're gonna discuss about that after.